Hey everyone, it's Rushni and I am back with video number 5 in my Spina Bifida Awareness Month series. Now, before I start, the baby monitor is over there and it's making a weird beeping noise, so please excuse that. If you have not seen any of the previous 4 videos, check them out. Boop, 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 boop. Stick them on the screen. And then when you're done, come back because I'm going to pick up right where I left off. So in this video, I'm going to be covering awareness and research. And you guys, I have a confession to make. I really think this might be my worst answer video because a few of these questions, I don't really know the answers to, but I'm going to do my best. Like I said, I'm not a medical professional. I am just a mother of a lovely young man who is living with Spina Bifida. So let's get started. I don't really have any favorite Spina Bifida nonprofits. I am really just coming out of survival mode and getting into a good rhythm of just life. This is my first child and I have no experience with children. So it has been a really, really big change in my life. And so all of that to say, I don't really have any favorite Spina Bifida nonprofits, but I do know of a few organizations that I will share with you guys by putting them on the screen. I know so much about Spina Bifida is because I had to know so much about it. I spent the first 20 weeks of my pregnancy absolutely oblivious to the fact that anything like this could even happen. Because I was 35, I believe at the time, I was, given awareness on things like Down syndrome and nothing about Spina Bifida or anything like this. And so do I think it's going to have as much shine as things like autism? I don't know because, my perspective is it's getting a lot of shine in my eyes because it's all I talk about and all I know. But I still think in the general population, things like autism, even muscular dystrophy, which affects less people, has more information out there. So I don't know the answer to that. I hope so. And I hope that people start to understand what it is, although I feel like sometimes that's asking a lot of them because I don't know if I wasn't in this position, if I would be so super educated in understanding what it is. Once again, I'm failing at answering this question because I do not know. Like I said, I am just coming out of the dark and I don't know what kind of research is going on. Finally, a question I feel like I can actually answer. Typically, they find it out at the 20-week ultrasound. That's when mine happened. And they will offer you the opportunity to terminate your pregnancy, which is an abortion, up until week 23. So if that happens to you, do not freak out. That is normal. They do it. They keep doing it over and over every time you go through the process until week 23. A lot of tests. I would say that just generally for the rest of your pregnancy, I would say to brace yourself because it's going to be kind of a bumpy emotional ride, especially with all the hormones. But I did have to have a fetal MRI for them to confirm what they saw on the ultrasound, and then soon after. And then I had subsequently 14 extra ultrasounds. I had 16 ultrasounds total throughout my pregnancy. I also had weekly, bi-weekly non-stress tests. And I forgot what they call it. I guess it was part of the ultrasound where they're like measuring the baby, blah, blah, blah. So it was a lot. Say keep calm. Remember that the doctors are not always making decisions about your body. Because if it was up to them, my son would have been born at week 34. My son was born a month and a day later. So anyway, I won't go into all that. So just remember, have a support system to help you make the decisions because in a pregnancy, you're hormonal and all that. Once your child is born, expect some time in the NICU. Because like I said in the previous video, they're going to have to at least do a closure. You have absolutely no idea what your child's functioning level is going to be. You really don't, because spina bifida is like a very snowflake diagnosis. So everybody's is different. Whether it be in-home physical therapy, whether you have to take your child to physical therapy, you're probably going to have to work with occupational therapy, potentially speech therapy later. So you're going to have all these programs and things that are therapy. If you have insurance, typically you can do it through your insurance. And if you don't, even if you don't have insurance, you can have, there are government programs. I personally work with a program called First Steps. I would say find other mothers who have children with spina bifida. These are the people you're going to have to talk to, because other mothers aren't 100% going to understand your unique experience. They're not. They're going to want to, but they're not going to understand. Do your best not to compare milestones. I would say stop those emails that come in and tell you the milestones, because they're like, your child should be sitting up, your child should be walking. And I'm like, shut the heck up. You're going to notice things on children in public that you never noticed before. I have a tendency to stare at children's feet because they are moving. But in the same respect, don't isolate yourself from life. You know, you want to go out, you want to enjoy your nieces and nephews, you want to have as normal of an existence as you can. The first year with spina bifida is a doozy. So do not think it's going to stay that way. Eventually, it kind of tapers off. And I've heard this from more than one mother. And you get the swing of it. You figure it out. All right, that's all I have, you guys. I have one more video coming up, so look out for that sometime next week. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, you guys.